In the heart of Southeast Asia, Cambodia remains a country of both beauty and tragedy. While it is known for its ancient temples and rich cultural heritage, the nation also hides a painful story, one that many people prefer not to see. The Storm Makers, 2014, sheds light on this dark reality, revealing the heartbreaking phenomenon of parents selling their children in the desperate hope of escaping poverty. This is not merely a story about economic struggle. It is a story about human dignity, about choices no parent should ever have to make, and about a global system that often benefits from the suffering of the poor. The cycle of poverty. In rural Cambodian villages, poverty is not just a condition but a prison. Families live on less than a few dollars a day. Parents struggle to put food on the table, and education often feels like a luxury instead of a basic right. Faced with hopelessness, some families are lured by false promises, brokers and traffickers who promise good jobs for their children in the city or abroad. The reality is far harsher. Many of these children, some as young as 12, end up in domestic servitude, construction sites, or even in the sex trade. The parents, driven by hunger and debt, become victims of a cruel illusion that selling their child can buy a better future for the family. Human trafficking as an industry. The film's title, The Storm Makers, refers to the traffickers themselves, the people who create storms in the lives of poor families. These brokers operate as if trafficking were a business, buying and selling human beings as if they were products. Behind them is an even larger network, demand from cities, factories, and sometimes even from foreign countries. What makes the situation even more tragic is the normalization of exploitation. In some villages, it is no longer shocking to hear that a child has been sent away to work. The culture of silence and acceptance turns human trafficking into an invisible industry, hidden in plain sight. The human cost. Beyond numbers and statistics, there are faces. Children who lose their childhood, parents who live with regret, and survivors who return broken in both body and spirit. Poverty may explain why this happens, but it can never justify it. Every child deserves to grow up in safety, with education, and with dreams of their own. When a society accepts that children can be bought and sold, it loses part of its humanity. A call for awareness. The tragedy of human trafficking in Cambodia is not an isolated issue. It reflects a global pattern in which poverty-stricken communities supply vulnerable lives to industries that profit from cheap labor and exploitation. Awareness is the first step. By telling these stories, by refusing to look away, and by demanding stronger protections for children, we can begin to break the cycle. Conclusion. The Storm Makers is more than a film. It is a mirror held up to humanity. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth, that in the 21st century, children are still sold like commodities, and poverty still dictates the fate of countless families. We may not change the world overnight, but by acknowledging the storm, we can begin to fight it. For the children of Cambodia, and for children everywhere, silence is not an option.